Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the demo day of Make It Simple. I am Sanjana Kapoor and I am HR and Support Manager at StartupLanes. As you all know, that StartupLanes is an organization whose vision and mission is to provide funding, branding, and sales services to the startups of India and generate 1 million jobs for Indian youngsters. So today we are back with another exclusive idea stage startup called Make It Simple. The founder and CEO of Make It Simple is Mr. Arpit Srivastav. So now I would like to request Mr. Arpit to please take over the platform and let's see what he has to tell about his organization, Make It Simple.
Hope you all are doing well. Thank you for taking the time to join this demo day. Before starting this demo day, let me tell you about myself. My name is Arpit Srivastav and I am the founder and CEO of Make It Simple. I started this company a year ago, and the reason I did it because before this, I worked in few companies as a graphic designer and motion graphic artist. While working there, I noticed that the companies face a lot of issues regarding the designing and development services. I observed that they required a larger team, but had a limited budget. And because of that, they had to face poor quality of work with huge delay of time. Then I noticed this problem in many places where people are not able to get designing work in affordable prices with quality. So we come up with an idea for solving this problem. So we started our company, Make It Simple. I'll share the pitch deck. So Make It Simple is an online marketplace for designing and development service. We are a subscription-based designing agency. We can work for unlimited brands, which means whether you are a one-man business or you have dozen of clients who need designs, we can fulfill every one of your creative needs for one monthly rate. So basically, we are a designing and development company where we provide multiple services. That includes graphic designing, motion graphic, video editing, 3D services, UI UX designing, and web development. We provide these services in monthly, quarterly, and yearly package basis. Let's come to the problem. What we noticed, other designing agencies are expensive because they charge on a project basis and they have hidden costs like revision charges and all. Because of lack of experiences, agencies fail to deliver result on time. The quality you get may not be fulfilling if you are giving the project to unreliable platform and peoples. Designing creativity becomes limited with only few people working on the projects, and the cost of hiring multiple employees to work on a single project and fulfilling the client needs can be expensive for the customers. So the solution we provide to these problems is we provide services on one flat monthly rate. For example, if the customer buys a graphic designing package from us, then we cover every designing requirement which our customer have related to graphic in that month. Our turnaround time is very less compared to other designing platform, and we don't compromise with the quality. The customer can interact with us anytime to give feedback. Also, we have a separate support team which contact the clients in every 15 days to get their feedback. So if there is any issues, we can resolve it instantly. We can work on multiple requests in a single time period, and we provide multiple revision as per their instructions. The designers we have right now is very well experienced and well organized. Let's talk about SWOT analysis. Our strength is we are the first and only designing agency in India, in Indian market right now, which provide vast number of services in monthly base package, which is very affordable for the customers also. Our experienced designer are very efficient and they provide the result quickly. And for the ease of our customer, we provide customizable packages. And right now, our weaknesses are that we are not able to do marketing due to lack of funds. And because of that, people are not getting to know about our company. There are a lot of opportunities we have, which we can grab right now. Like our competitors are working on a project-based model, whereas we work on package basis. If we increase our marketing, then we are definitely going to acquire more customers. So if you know, the startups and MSME industries are growing very rapidly in India. But even after all this competition, the designing industry will not get affected because of high demand of designing and development industry in India. Also, there are the threats. Even though we are the only package-based designing agency in India, there are still a lot of new startups with competitive pricing, and they are entering Indian market right now. So we want to use the first mover advantage as soon as possible. So these are our competitors, and all these companies are based out of India right now. Our closest competitors are Kim and Many Pixel. Here is the competitors analysis where you can see the difference between my company and our competitors. The difference is that among other companies and my company, that we provide project manager to our clients so that they can directly connect to our team and talk to them about their ongoing project. With that, we also provide customized design based on our client's requirement, which is cost efficient and flexible plans. Our team helps the client get their work on time without any delay. As add-on, we provide unlimited design, which is included in monthly subscription. Kimp and Many Pixels not provide any dedicated project manager to their customer. They have a software where a customer add their project description and their team works on that particular description. But in our case, we provide a dedicated project manager to our customer so they can connect with our team anytime. As well as uh, both the companies did not deal in customizable packages. They provide specific packages for the services. And in other hand, we provide customizable packages to our client as per their requirement. As you can see, this is our website. You can visit www.makeitsimple.net.in. Here you can find our portfolio, testimonial, our base pricing, and you can download our brochure also. You can get an idea what services we are providing and in which pricing. So funding required for 6 months is around 12 lakhs and our valuation is 2.2 crore right now. We are expecting a revenue of 41 lakhs by end of this year. So we are raising around 30 lakhs. From this funding, we will use around 18 to 20 lakhs for marketing and customer acquisition. And we require to buy few high-end PCs or computers so we can render our work fast and increase our efficiency. It will cost around 4 to 5 lakhs. We will use 1 to 2 lakhs for buying some premium of websites from which we can download the pre-created design or assets so we can increase our speed of completing the work. And for rest of amount, we will use to hire people when clients start to increase. And we will require more people in our team. In India itself, we have around $45.8 billion of total addressable market. And out of this, we estimate a serviceable addressable market of $2.47 billion. And the serviceable obtainable market is around $245 million. Last year, we generated a revenue of 6 lakhs after registering our company in GST, where 51 customers bought our services, and we generated this revenue in our idea stage without any marketing and funding. Our customer acquisition cost is around rupees 9,800, which is quite high. But our lifetime value is around 49,600, which means it has the ratio of 1:1, which also indicates that the industry is growing by 11.6 annually. So therefore, you can estimate how much the designing industry is growing and how much of the total market we can acquire right now. As I have talked about myself earlier, I have an experience of more than 5 years in designing industry, and I have worked for a few companies as a graphic designer and motion graphic artist. Apart from me, there is our co-founder, Mr. R. Gautam, who is an excellent 3D artist and has worked for more than 6 years in designing field. So here are the details. You can contact us anytime. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arpit sir, for a wonderful pitch. Now, our financial analyst Asma will come up and explain the finance part. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Asma Sheikh. I'm the financial analyst, and today I'll be walking you through the projections and valuations of Make It Simple. Give me 1 minute, I'll be sharing my screen. So, firstly, we'll go through the valuation part. So, over here, we have calculated the valuation by using a method known as Dave Burker's method of startup valuation. So, over here, we are talking about Make It Simple's valuation. So, currently, it's based in India, and this valuation is given by our respected CEO, Mr. Shishir Gupta. And talking about the disruption, so Make It Simple is disrupting the market by providing low prices and high convenience rate. And industry, as Mr. Arpit said, it's a design and development industry. Talking about the scalability, it's very high in nature. The expansion scope currently it's pan India only. In future, it might change, and we can go international. Talking about the market size, USD 7.9 billion is our market size, and we are growing at a rate of CAGR 11%. And it is estimated by Rohit Kumar Sharma, financial analyst of StartupLanes. And so the valuation that we have come to is 2.26 crores, or talking about in USD, it's around 0.295 million. Now we're just, and over here we have given the entire market and industry research about designing and development industry. So it's just a preview of the entire industry. Now when we're talking about exact figures, so we have approached this method. Over here, what we have done is we have given pointers or weights, you can say, that is from $0.5 million, we have given certain pointers to every single factor. So over here, we are considering 5 parameters. Let's go down idea, the basic idea that we'll be following. So Make It Simple is an online marketplace for designing and development. So over here, we are using a subscription-based designing agency. So our users can subscribe and they can use our services. And we provide our work to unlimited brands, and we are providing to companies, individuals, either whether it's a one-man business or an entire organization who would be needing our services. And that's the reason we have given it a pointer of around 0.05 out of 0.5 million. And then we talk about a second parameter, that's quality management team. So our team specifically. So over here, when we talk about our team, we have two of them. So our very first senior management person would be Mr. Arpit Shrivastava. He's a founder and CEO. He has a Master's of Science degree in animation and multimedia, and he has a vast experience in graphic design. He has over 5 years of experience in the industry. And then we have his co-founder, R. Gothan. He has he also has a Master's in Science degree in animation and game design. He has over 6 years of experience in the same field. That's the reason we are given it a pointer of 0.1. And then we talk about the third parameter, that's strategic relationship. So that's nothing but your market size. So that's USD 7.9 billion, and it is growing with a rate of 11.7% for a period from a period of 2021 till 2028. That's the reason we have given it a pointer of around 0.065. Talking about the prototype, over here we are talking about the competitors. So we have various competitors in the market. So it's first is Kim, we have Kappa 99, we have Design, we have Dark Roast, Penji, Many Pixels, Design Joy, and many others. So that's the reason. So the market is very competitive, and we'll be able to provide more quality products to our customers as compared to our competitors. That's the reason we have given 0.05. And talking about the last parameter, that's product role or sales. Over here, we have made in the current year, we have made a profit of 1.76 lakhs, and it's expected to reach up to 35 lakhs in the coming year. And so by adding all these 5 parameters, we have gotten a total amount of 0.29, and that's how we have gotten a figure of 2.26 crore, and that's how we have calculated the valuation. So this was all about the valuation. Now I'll be sharing the projection part. So over here, so that was all about valuation. Now let's just quickly go through the projection part. So over here, we have considered our pre-funding period, and we have considered our post-funding period, round 1, round 2, and the VC round. So round 1, round 2, and the venture capital round, the post-funding round. So talking about our revenue first. So as I said, we are getting revenue from two sets of customer, we could say. The first is the companies who would be requiring our services like graphic designing, video editing. So an entire organization who would require our services could approach us, or individual customers could approach us. That's the reason we have diversified our revenue into these two categories. So talking about the first row, we have a number of customers that those are our companies, and we have again taken a very minimal amount, considering that we are an early stage startup and it is growing substantially over the period of time. But we have just keep it minimal so that we don't overestimate that, and that's the reason it's very less. I know that. And then we have our revenue from per customer when we talk about companies. So we would be charging a subscription of around 20,000 from our organizations, and that's how we'll get the revenue from the company. Now when we talk about the individual part, over here we will be charging them around 10,000 rupees if they want. It's like a subscription rate that they have to charge for availing our services, and that's the reason we've kept 10,000 all across the board. And then we have and the retention rate that we consider for companies is around 30%, and then over here the retention rate for individuals is considered to be 20%. So we are basically considering a company to be our larger chunk of revenue, that they would be our bigger customer base. They would be contributing a higher percentage as compared to our individuals. So once branding and marketing is done, we are expecting the individual customer base to increase as well. So that's how we've calculated the revenue. So over here, your revenue would be your number of customers multiplied by revenue per customer. We have added number of customers multiplied by revenue per customer. That's how we've calculated a total revenue. Again, so the revenue is very minimal in the few years, but after getting funded, it will increase to a very substantial amount. That's 1.9 over a period of 18 months. And then we talk about, so that was all about the revenue part. Talking about the expenses part. Now the expenses is bifurcated into two parts. We have other expenses, and then we have other total blended CAC. So let's first talk about the other expenses. Over here, all the expenses that is for the smooth functioning of the business. So we have employee expenses. So that's basically all your salary, stipends, provident funds, anything which is related to your employee benefit costs. That will go over there. Then we have your operating expenses that would be for smooth operating of your business. We need various devices to make such kind of designing, graphic, video editing. So we need various operating devices for that. So all those expenses are into this. Talking about office expenses, that would be your office rent, electricity would be there, insurance, payroll, everything related to your office, to our office would be included over here. We are talking about legal expenses over here. We have your incorporation charges is there. We have CA charges, CS charges, anything legally we have to pay to coexist in the market are all considered over here. Then we have miscellaneous and petty expenses. So that was all, and clubbing all these 5 items, we have gotten other expenses. And then this was all about the first part of expenses. Talking about your total blended CAC over here. Now this is the most interesting part, as most of the money that the investors will be putting is going to be involved in the customer acquisition cost to increase our customer base. So firstly, we have our branding expenses. So initially before the funding period, there is no branding expenses, but as we are funded, we will be putting around 30,000 into our branding expenses, and it will again increase. Yeah, it will go on with the other expenses as well. So talking about digital marketing, we will be putting our advertisements on YouTube is there, Facebook, Telegram, Instagram advertisements is there. We'll be doing such marketing to again increase our customer base and to gain more customers. And then we have website charges. We do have a website, and for us to smoothly allow it to work and to get more traction on it, we are going to spend the amount on it as well. And then we have promotions and SEO. Here we will be including all our traditional marketing. All our organic marketing would be coming from here, so that let's say word of mouth is there, and not basically all the expenses that we are not paying as of such, but we are getting customers from them. So over here, so this is basically all the marketing expenses, and over here we have that's how we have calculated our total blended CAC. That is the sum of branding, digital marketing, website charges, promotions, and SEO. And then we have calculated average customer acquisition cost per customer. So over here we have just considered a total blended CAC, and we have divided it with our number of customers. We have taken company and individual both. because we have just considered it to be a weight because both of them have a different number of different amount of revenue. That's the reason we have considered both of them. And then we have total expenses. Now total expenses would be your accumulation of other expenses and your total blended CAC. That's how we've calculated the total expense part. So we have cleared our revenue part and we have cleared our expenses part. Now we talk about the profit. So when we did the market and the industry research, we have come to a percentage that is 20%, and we considered that to be our gross margin percentage. And that's how we have calculated our gross profit. The gross profit would be our basic formula. That's your total revenue multiplied your gross margin. That's how we have calculated the gross profit. Now talking about the revenue per customer over here, as I said, we have two sets of customers. The company would be giving us 20 and individuals would be giving us 10K. So that's what we have considered. And talking about profit per customer from companies and individuals, it would be 20,000 20% and 10,000 20%. So that would be 4,000 and 2,000. So our total profit margin would come to be around 6,000. And that's how we've calculated the entire thing. And now this was about the profit. Now talking about the net burn or the net loss that we are making. Currently, it would be negative because our expenses are high and our revenue is pretty low, given that we do not have that many users and customers. That's the reason it's pretty low, and that's the reason we are requiring the funding. So when we talk about the entire thing in a very holistic way, we are requiring a total funding for 6 months to be 12,60,000. And when we talk about 12 months from May, that would from May 2022 to April 2023, and that's coming out to be around 29,44,000. Let's presume it to be around 30 lakhs. And talking about the CSC, we have calculated the total CSC for 12 months. It is the same set of months that we have considered for your funding required. And when we talk about the ratio, it's coming out to be 83%. That's the reason I told you that CSC is the most important part, as this indicates that the funding that Make It Simple would be getting 83% of that funding, more so or less, would be used for your customer acquisition cost, that is for increasing your customers, and that's how we'll be in turn increasing our revenue. So that is what I'm telling, that 83 of the funding would be utilized for your customer acquisition. And yeah, so that was all about the valuation part and the projection part.
Thank you so much, Asma, for explaining the valuation and projections. So now we are opening the round for question answer session.
Yeah, so my question is regarding the promotion and SEO cost. The promotion and SEO cost is expected to increase month on month. But as you mentioned, this is a cost that is incurred for the organic gain of customers. Why is this cost being expected to increase?
Basically, we are calculated that particular cost, like every month we'll run the ad, and when like because of what we are doing right now is only we are the company who is particularly putting this. That's why like we are putting in ads. Mostly we are using this fund in customer acquisition. So that's why like I am like putting all of that particular amount in customer acquisition cost for.
So these customers are acquired through digital media, or is
Yeah,
it?
these customers we are gonna acquire from digital media only.
Okay.
And we gonna like acquire customers from like by diving to the companies and like start to give give them free services also, so they can understand and they can understand the quality of service what we were gonna provide them.
Okay.
So for the first month we'll give them the free trial or for a week, so they can understand how we gonna work for them.
Okay.
So so as per that, like we have done like that.
And I would like to add something. Talking about only the organic part, it was my mistake on my end. It is organic as well as inorganic. So we will be doing other kinds of marketing as well in this. That's the reason it's increasing with a tremendous amount. So it was my mistake. That's why I got confused.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Mr. Sham. Sir, please come forward and ask your question.
Yeah. Hi, Arpit. So my question is revolving around your business model. My question is, who is it that is designing these graphics? how are they linked with your company? Are they hired or are they freelancers? And the second part of the question is, how do you maintain the quality?
Right now we have hired few of the peoples. Right now we have 5 people in designing team, and there are few interns we have. And apart from designing, we have for development we have freelancers to them. Will provide them as per our project. When project comes, we provide them the project. And for the employees, uh, we hired them for designing the services, and for quality of uh, for quality, we are maintaining, we are mainly focusing on the qualities, because we provide a specific ClickUp space to our customers, and we provide a dedicated project manager to our customer, so they can like directly contact to the project manager, and his work is to connect with the team and get the quality and understand the nature of work, and provide the output with the quality what customer is really requiring.
Okay, so I just have one more question. So in the projections, there wasn't a linear growth in the expenses of the team. So right now it says you're spending around 48,000 per month for the team. So this is the entire business model is a very human resource heavy model. So I didn't see that cost going up. So is there some way around that?
Yeah, right now we are focusing on we have a very specific peoples who are working on it, and we in future will buy the premium websites or premium packages from the website, from where we can download the pre-assets and pre-created assets and assets, so we can use that particular asset to complete the work as soon as possible. So it will help us to reduce the work timing, so we can acquire more customers. And initially we are doing this, and after some time we'll hire more people to cover up all those works.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Cool. Got it.
Thank you, Mr. Sham. Mr. Chintan Dave, please come forward and ask your question.
Yeah, hi. This is Chintan here. I just want to ask one basic questions like the model of what Ankit is talking about. It is a subscription-based model, monthly-based model in the graphic industries, and it is the first time in India it is happening. My first question is why competitors are not going into the graphic like subscription-based monthly model? Why they are charging for the project-wise and all? My second question is how we are going to control the people, our client, taking the subscriptions for a 1 month and doing the entire graphic works for the entire year. Suppose all the festivals and all the things, all the graphic done in 1 month and get it done from you. So how are you going to control that? And why the competitors are not going with a monthly subscription base and they are charging a project base?
Okay, so for the competitors right now, we are the only, for the project basis they are charging, because there are multiple type of projects. For example, if you need daily graphics, so it will be very costly. If you have to pay for each and every graphic, that will be very costly, and it is giving a very vast amount of profit to the companies. But for that particular thing, uh, can I tell you in Hindi?
Please go ahead. It's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
सॉरी फॉर दैट. तो अभी एग्जैक्टली क्या है कि अगर आप जो अभी कॉम्पिटिटर्स हैं जो वो प्रोजेक्ट्स ले रहे हैं, वो अभी उनको उसमें बहुत प्रॉफिट मिल रहा है. एंड सिमिलरली अगर अभी हम जो कंट्रोल करने वाले हैं इस चीज को, हम जब भी कोई क्लाइंट, अभी भी हमारे पास कई क्लाइंट हैं जिनके साथ हम काम कर रहे हैं, तो हम क्या करते हैं कि जब भी किसी क्लाइंट की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, तो वहां पे हम उनसे 1 हफ्ते या फिर 15 दिन की पूरी रिक्वायरमेंट्स की एक लिस्ट बनवा लेते हैं. हम उसके लिए क्लिकअप यूज करते हैं, और वहाँ पे सारे डिस्क्रिप्शन सारी चीजें, इसके साथ साथ हम उनको एक प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर डेडिकेट करते हैं ताकि कंटिन्यूसली हम उनको सारे अपडेट्स दे पाएं, और जो उनको एक हफ्ते बाद की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है वो हम उन्हें पहले ही प्रोवाइड करा देते हैं। तो इससे हम जो ट्रेमेंडस अमाउंट ऑफ वर्क होता है वो हम कंट्रोल कर लेते हैं। और उसके साथ साथ वहाँ पे हम जो एक प्रॉफिट है हमारा, या फिर एक जो सिंपल ग्राफिक है जो 2 घंटे में बन सकती है, वो जो अगर अदर कॉम्पिटिटर्स है वो अभी उस चीज को 1 दिन 2 दिन लेते हैं एंड दे आर चार्जिंग फॉर दैट, मतलब वो बहुत ज्यादा उस चीज के लिए चार्ज कर रहे हैं। इनिशियली बेसिस पे हम अभी जो सॉल्व कर रहे हैं कि आपको जो एक कंपनी में अगर आप एम्प्लॉय हायर करोगे एंड यू हैव टू पे एटलीस्ट 15-20,000 फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर एम्प्लॉय, तो उसमें क्या होता है कि वो एक तो उतने एक्सपीरियंस नहीं होते, जिसकी वजह से वहां पे क्वालिटी अफेक्ट कर जाती है। तो वहां पे हम उसी सेम प्राइस पे 20,000 25,000 में आपको एक पैकेज प्रोवाइड कराते हैं। तो यहाँ पे हमारे पास 4 से 5 लोग पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट्स पे काम करते हैं, जिसकी वजह से वहाँ ये जो जो एक नॉर्मल पर्सन 2 घंटे में 3 घंटे में करता है, वही हमारी एक एक्सपर्ट टीम उस चीज को 15-20 मिनट में करके खत्म कर देती है। तो इस पर्टिकुलरली प्रोजेक्ट को हम ऐसे हैंडल करते हैं।
अंकित, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था आपसे कि आप जो है वो कैसे हैंडल करोगे कि पूरा साल का काम मैं 1 महीने में करवा लूँ, जैसे आपका सब्सक्रिप्शन बेस्ड मंथ वाइज, हाफ ईयर वाइज, टाइम वाइज है।
तो उस
और यानी पूरे साल के जितने भी प्रोजेक्ट्स है, सपोज फॉर माय दिस थिंग्स आई रिक्वायर द जितने भी फेस्टिवल आ रहे हैं वो सबके ग्राफिक्स मुझे मेरे कंपनी से बनाने हैं। तो पूरे साल के जितने भी ग्राफिक्स है मैं एक साथ में 1 महीने के अंदर करवा लेता हूँ आपसे, ठीक है? ये एक ऑप्शन है। और बाकी दूसरा है कि प्रोजेक्ट वाइज आप ले रहे, तो कॉम्पिटिटर्स जो है प्रोजेक्ट वाइज ले रहा है, तो हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू कंट्रोल दैट? और आप जैसे बता रहे हो कि आप यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू इंक्रीज द मेन पावर, और ऐसा उसका कॉस्टिंग भी कहीं पे दिख नहीं रहा है इतना ज्यादा कि ये होगा। तो हाउ यू आर गोइंग टू गिव द क्वालिटी विद द टाइमिंग? 1 साल का काम आप 1 महीने में दे दोगे इतने सारे क्लाइंट्स का, और उसका क्वालिटी कैसे मेंटेन करो? आर यू गोइंग टू यूज द वेक्टर बेस्ड डिजाइन, और आप खुद का डिजाइन यूज कर रहे हो?
नहीं, अभी जो चीज हम कर रहे हैं वो तो पहले हम 1 साल का काम 1 दिन में नहीं देते। इसमें जितना जेन्युइन टाइम लगता है हम कस्टमर को वहां पे एक्सप्लेन कर देते हैं कि एक पर्टिकुलर ग्राफिक को एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे हम एक ग्राफिक पे काम करेंगे या 2 ग्राफिक पे काम करेंगे। आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग दो 2 ग्राफिक्स हम नेक्स्ट 2 ग्राफिक्स पे काम करते हैं। तो ऐसे हम धीमे धीमे करके वो सारे टास्क कंप्लीट करते हैं। अगर आप एक साथ सारे काम दे रहे हैं तो हम वो नहीं करते। हम इनिशियल के 2 जो आपके सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट ग्राफिक्स हैं वो हम कंप्लीट करेंगे उस मंथ में। देन हम उसके बाद के 2 ग्राफिक्स कंप्लीट करेंगे, और हम एक एवरेज टाइम लेते हैं 3 से 4 घंटा। जो भी एक ग्राफिक बनाने में रिक्वायर होता है उतना टाइम हम लेते हैं, एक जेन्युइन टाइम लेते हैं। और ये जो सारी ग्राफिक्स हम बनाते हैं, या ये डिपेंड करता है कस्टमर की रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है। क्योंकि कुछ ग्राफिक्स हमें आराम से कुछ वेबसाइट्स हैं जैसे इन्वेटो, एलिमेंट एंड फ्री पिक, वहां से हमें मिल जाती हैं, और वहां से हम उसे अपने हिसाब से करके प्रोवाइड करा देते हैं। तो उससे हमारा टाइम भी बचता है और कॉस्ट भी बचती है। एंड सिमिलरली जब किसी पर्टिकुलरली इलस्ट्रेशन की बात आती है कि किसी क्लाइंट को इलस्ट्रेशन चाहिए या एकदम डिफरेंट डिजाइन चाहिए, तो उसके हिसाब से फिर हम अलग काम करते हैं और वो चीजें प्रोवाइड कराते हैं। तो उतना ही टाइम लगता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर एक इलस्ट्रेशन को बनने में 1 दिन लग रहा है तो विल गिव दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग इन 1 डे, बट वी डिफाइन कि वहां पे आपको 1 दिन लगेगा।
ओके, सो बेसिकली इट्स अ प्रोजेक्ट बेस्ड ओनली।
एग्जैक्टली, उसमें आप प्रोजेक्ट बेस में एक स्पेसिफिक अमाउंट होता है कि आपने 5 ग्राफिक दे दी या 10 ग्राफिक दे दी। बट अगर आप एक हफ्ते पहले ही मुझे ये बता रहे हो कि इसमें 10 ग्राफिक्स मुझे देनी है, या फिर एक हफ्ते पहले आप मुझे लिस्ट बना के दे रहे हो, तो वो हम उस हिसाब से मैनेज करके आपको एक अनलिमिटेड नंबर ऑफ, या कह लीजिए, या फिर 80 टू 100 ग्राफिक्स आराम से इन अ मंथली बेसिस पे हम आपको प्रोवाइड करा सकते हैं। और अगर आप वही चीज प्रोजेक्ट बेसिस पे जाएंगे जहां पे आपको 80 टू 100 ग्राफिक्स होंगी, वहां पे आपकी कॉस्टिंग बहुत ज्यादा इंक्रीज कर जाती है।
Nitesh Verma ji, please come forward and ask your question.
Yeah, hey, Arpit. Just one question. What is your scale up model? Say, suppose in a given month you get like 5,000 orders. ठीक है, immediate it, the idea becomes super hit. So how you plan on dealing with that situation?
Right now, we are focusing on for the customer acquisition, and when we start to get the more customer, we'll definitely initially basis in an initial basis we'll hire the freelancers, and after controlling all those things, we'll definitely going to hire more employees or interns to cover up all those stuff internally.
Okay. Mr. Nitesh, do you have any follow-up question?
Not really. I think, I mean, again, Arpit, sorry, but you want to elaborate more. See, there would be the time, given time in an year when you will be loaded with like so many orders, and there would be like months where you would not be having like as much as an order anticipated. During that time, I mean, you want to go with like a force of freelancers available with you, or how do you see yourself dealing with that?
Right now, when we'll get that particular number of customers, for sure, on an initial basis for a month, we will acquire the freelancers and we'll deliver the work to them. But after a certain point, when we get the customers and we start working for them, slowly we'll increase our internal team and start to give them training to do the work and collaborate with our clients and give the works. So in future, we are planning to expand our internal team only.
Okay, Arpit, fair enough. And is there any plan involving around using an AI or using some kind of an inbuilt stuff where some ready-made template would be available for like standard request and kind of those stuffs, or it would always be a kind of a customized thing?
We are planning to give multiple packages. Like right now, we have a one package, like a base package, where we are covering everything. But once we'll get the funding and everything, we'll divide in two packages, like one base package and one elite package. So it differ in that particular two packages. Like in the first package, we provide we will provide those particular works in some time, and in elite packet we'll provide a dedicated team that will be more chargeable, and we have certain phase. In the second phase, we'll try to these all those stuffs in we'll cover these stuff in AI thing. Like we'll try to go in softwares and we can improve this particular thing. But that is a second phase for us.
Okay. Thank you, Arpit, for answering. No more questions for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nitesh. Mr. Manik?
Yeah, Arpit, I just want to ask you one question that you have mentioned that there were around 41 clients that you have worked for. So tell me one thing, what is the maximum duration that clients were willing to work with your team?
There are like in a daily basis, they provide a task on morning, and they require that particular task in 2 to 3 days. So before providing those tasks, we ask for their list and we provide the ClickUp space. And for the longer time, there are few customers who are with us from last 6 months or 3 months. They are continuously subscribing our services and they are liking also.
Okay, that's great. How many clients are there who are working for 6 months or 3 months bracket?
There are 4 to 5 clients right now we have who are continuously with us from there is 2 clients we have from a year, and there is 2-3 more clients we have from last 3 to 4 months.
Okay, that's great. Just a second question, and I will wrap it up soon. That how your service is different from say Fiverr or Upwork, because in Upwork and Fiverr I can target individual person. I can see a lot of ratings, lot of reviews, and then I can straight away approach this guy. He has some samples also of the work. how you are planning to make it different from these websites? There are at least 10,000, 20,000 people working at one particular time. You can approach them, you can chat with them. So how that is different from your startup? What will be the difference?
Okay, so in those websites there is a limitation. Like if you hire a particular like there is average amount which is costing like 5,000, 7,000. There you will get if I'll give you the example, they'll provide one design or five design, six design. That is very costly to the peoples. So for the project, if you need four to five designs, then that will be very costly, as well as after a certain period of time they ask for more money for revisions. So they don't provide unlimited number of revision, and the people who provide unlimited revisions, their costing is very low and their experience is also low.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we right now what we are focusing we can provide in a specific amount with the quality. We can cover the quality in a very a specific amount.
So basically you're saying the quality control is in your hand.
Yeah.
No.
Because we'll give 1 week or 10 days training to our employees or interns when we hire. We tell them how we have to work for multiple employees, and every employee's thinking is different. Every client thinking is different, and everyone need different designs. So we have to tell them, we have to train them. So as per that requirement.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, Arpit. Sounds good.
Thank you, Mr. Manik. Mr. Sham, do you have any another question?
Yeah. So Arpit, what was the retention rate last year? Like, what number of clients stayed with you for more than, let's say, 3 months?
Right now we have six.
Overall, in the last entire year of operation, how many clients stayed with you for more than a period of 3 months?
There was 10 to 12 clients.
Okay, and once
who
they
took
left,
3 months of service
subscription, yeah.
Yeah.
And once they left, do you know the reason why they did?
Yeah, there are a few companies who didn't had requirement about that, and there are a few companies we completed their project or something, and there are one company which is short. That's why we have a less company right now.
Okay.
And because of our less marketing, whatever we tried from LinkedIn and other marketing, like from social media, we got the customers. But because of lack of fund, we are not able to do the vast marketing.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I got my answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Shah. Mr. Nitesh, do you have any another question to ask?
Yeah, thank you. Arpit, would you be open to some advisory position to your startup or what you're planning? Advisory as in like, I think I can really contribute at some place, given my experience. What would be your say?
Yes, sure. It will always be welcome because I am running this business, but I don't have much experience for that. Like, if you'll help us in expanding our business, if you can advise us more, that will be more good for us.
So, Ankit, since I am in the meeting, you have the mail ID, numbers, and all this. I really want to connect, and not just I'm in investing in your firm, but I think I have some ideas on top of what you are already doing. I think it's a great model with some tweaks. I think it could do wonders, but I really want to have a detailed chat before I'm in moving any forward. So please consider my name, and then let's see if we can connect later after this call for a detailed discussion, and let's see how it goes. Okay.
Sure.
So thank you so much, Arpit, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nitesh, and we are really grateful for that. Mr. Manik, do you have any follow-up question?
No, thanks.
Where do you see, the company doing after 2 years?
We are
Where do you
seeing, yeah, we are at least we are seeing this company like a pan-India company, and our focus to make this company a pan-India company in next 1 or 2 years. And after that, we are our plan is to go like globally, but initially we are focusing only on pan India, because right now if you see, the designing industry are like rapidly growing in India, and there are multiple number of startups and MSMEs which need these designing services. So right now our focus is to cover all those market, and after that we can go globally.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Arpit. And maybe, like I said, I would like to really have a detailed chat with you, maybe in the days to come. Feel free to ping me and let's see how it goes. Thank you, Arpit.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Yes, definitely. The founder will be reaching out to everyone personally on one-on-one call.
Just one last question. Sorry, the moderator. Sorry, I could not get your name. Do we have Shishir as well in the call today, or he's
Yes,
not
I'm there. Logged in from a different ID. I'm there.
Yeah, Shishir, it's always good to have your few words over what we have discussed today, and maybe share your feelings. So, you want to express something, please?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. Actually, what I feel is, the founder and their idea is right now very raw and new. What I feel is their strength and skills that could go long way. Maybe the model and the idea may not sound very appealing, and to me also, it's not very appealing at the moment. But what I feel is, if right kind of advisory is provided, they can pivot and make a couple of changes, and then probably go to either Canva model, or they can go to B2B for design companies model. So that could be something which can take them to become a unicorn. Because we give chance to everybody should get a fair opportunity. So that's why this has been shared in a very raw stage. And thank you everyone. In fact, thanks to you for providing the opportunity to advise the company, because that's very well needed at this particular moment. And I'm sure they would need some kind of changes, couple of modification, and with that, this would go long way. Anything else, if you want to ask me, I'll be happy to answer.
Shishir, I think, I've been hesitating too much, but at least I can commit in this because somehow I am connected to the idea. So let this be the first one. So thank you so much, Shishir. And the later part where you say B2B, I think that would be the key. But again, based on the discussion and all, how it goes and would determine.
Definitely. I feel, if you scale up this business as it is, it may not be going very long, because the model seems to be a little hazy on the definite side of it, because standardization is not there. Plus I have apprehension and objections over doing this thing for two graphics for a client. That will actually take their lot of time. What I feel is, if they create ready sets available for an industry, then they can specialize for one particular industry, and that way they can save a lot of time and resources. So obviously a lot of advisory is required. So definitely, if any of the investor is coming, please come with the advisory also, and this startup can definitely scale well with the advisory.
Will they be open to advisory shares?
Definitely, why not?
Okay. Thank you, Shishir. And you should know, your words into any such conversation really adds some motivation and really feels good. So thank you, Shishir. Looking forward.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the demo day. See you all next Thursday with another startup. Thank you.